Guys, today we've got brand new Travis Scott's dropping very soon. Cheap Yeezy is everywhere, and Nike might be getting so desperate they're killing themselves. Welcome to Sneaky Sundays on Tour Edition. I'll let you guess down in the comment section where I am in the world based on this picture right here. But yes, as we know, I'm never gonna miss a Sneaky Sunday episode. I gotta bring it to you, so you're just gonna have to deal with this echoey hotel room and my poor attempt at a sneaker display behind me. But let's hop into this, and honestly, as far as a release recap, there hasn't really been anything over the past week, so if you picked up some steals or some cool stuff, let me know down in the comment section. But we're gonna jump straight into the upcoming stuff. We're gonna kick this off with some releases that are right around the corner, starting with the Action Bronson New Balance 1906R. Two colorways are dropping on July the 12th. We got the Rosewater and the Medusa Azul. So this is obviously something that we kind of had like a small limited release of. They did, I think, on Action Bronson's website. However, now is going to be the full global release with obviously a lot more pairs that are going to be available. So if you were after either of these two and you wanted to pick them up, July the 12th, and they are retailing for a pricey $170. Honestly, neither of these colorways really do it for me. If I had to pick between one of them, it would be this blue one. However, yeah, I'm probably going to pass. We just got official images of the upcoming Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM. This is the cool remastered version. They're kicking it off with a Grandma's Driveway Nigel Sylvester collab. Now, these official images definitely make it look a lot more clean and just, you know, tidy. Some of those early shots where Nigel Sylvester was like holding it, it looked a bit scuffed up and stuff like that. You also got to look at the box, which is pretty interesting. It says Bike Air on it in that classic Jordan 4 box. I say classic, it's actually just a driveway instead of the speckling, which I think is a really cool detail. You get what looks like a bunch of different stickers in there, which is really cool. And yeah, there's a ton of details. I'm really excited to try out this sneaker silhouette. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be after these. But for anybody else who is trying to grab them, again, July the 20th. There is a second colorway of the Nigel Sylvester collab. This one is kind of all over black, and this is a photo from Lil Yachty. He posted this to social media, so I'm expecting and assuming that this is actually just going to be a friends and family exclusive and something that doesn't actually drop for the general public. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, this, if it does drop, it would be further down the line. We've got a super clean pair of New Balances. This is the 1906A Refined Future, and this one is kind of like a weird patched up, kind of almost like the protection pack style, except it doesn't have any of that kind of rough suede. It's got a bunch of leather and just different slapped on pieces of material, which I think looks really cool, especially on this colorway. They've even got some kind of different style of aging on the midsole, which is really nice as well. Some exposed stitching, some raw edges. This is a really cool pair that I think a lot of people are going to be after. I would not be surprised if these things sell out. It looks almost like a collaboration sneaker. Either way, super clean. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date for these things just yet. Sticking with New Balance, we just got a brand new teaser image of the Joe Freshgoods collaboration coming up on the 990 V6. I think the closest we have to an actual drop is August at some point, at least for this red pair, but there is two different colorways, a very nice light blue one, which I'm actually a big fan of, and then a solid red one, which is not my personal favorite. I would just rock blue shoes over red if I had an option. Which one would you pick? Social Status is cooking up their New Balance collaboration upcoming. This is the 1906 U-Pack. So we got a couple different colorways. We've actually got two different stories here. One's calling it the Social Status collaboration. The next one's calling it the Whitaker Group collaboration. Both seem to be the same thing to me. This one does have a better look at it, which again, very, very clean. This is a solid colorway. I'm a big fan of this one. There it is on foot. Different type of meshing, which almost looks like some kind of crochet. It's kind of cool. And then we only got a very small glimpse at the second colorway, which is this one. Seems to be somewhat similar, just more teal and blue elements. Again, no release date for this, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. If we get any updates, I'll let you know. Little update from last week's episode. We've got some better looks at the G-Dragon Nike Air Force One Paranoise 3.0 in the kind of mismatched style, which is a little bit unfortunate. But these shots, you can kind of see that black upper wearing away to reveal what we all expected would be on these sneakers, which is some kind of crazy, you know, style underneath. So this is the pink and blue pair. There's the blue and yellow one, and then there's two of them together. What do you think about the mismatched Nike swoosh thing? Are you a fan of it, or do you just wish that they kept it the same? Now, along with these new images, we also have an update on the release date, fall 2024 at some point. We don't have anything specific just yet. Right, we got some Nike Air Max news, which is pretty interesting. So the first one up, we got the Nike Air Max 90 Escape, which is is going to be coming back in spring of 2025. As of right now, it is not confirmed whether it's going to be like a true just one-to-one retro of the 2000s pair, or if it's gonna have some kind of slight modifications, kind of like a 2.0 version. All we know is that it is coming back, and you can take a look at this pair, where this is the 2002 pair, which is looking, yeah, a little bit aged. I wonder if they do that, just slap like an aged midsole on it and call it a day. Either way, if we get any more updates on this, I'll let you know. Sticking with 2025 releases, we've got some big ones over here. First one, the Trophy Room Air Jordan 6 collection is going to be dropping next summer. It says collection, meaning there's going to be 2 different colorways that are going to drop, and I imagine in typical Trophy Room fashion, one of them is going to be like friends and family or like insanely exclusive, and then the other one's going to drop to the general public. So the 2 colorways that we know of, just based off of the color code, is going to be white infrared 23 black game royal, and then the second one, white crimson black court purple. These could be pretty interesting. I do like what Trophy Room did with the 7s in terms of just like the quality and the colorway, so it'll be interesting to see what they could do with the 6s. Another summer 2025 release, we got the Air Jordan 14 Ferrari coming back. These first dropped back in 2014. Honestly, not a pair of shoes that I'm like massively hyped about or nostalgic about, so yeah, not really one for me, but I'm sure anybody who is a big fan of this pair of shoes will be happy to see that it's returning. Now this one's absolutely hilarious. So you know, we just spoke about the Jordan 4 RM, the kind of, you know, remastered, modified version. Well, who could have seen this one coming? Nike is going to be dropping a SB4 Pine Green version. Nike and Jordan Brand just continuing to create knockoffs of their own products. I feel like this sneaker model could have been cool, but I do think people are gonna clown on this a little bit. They're gonna look at this and just be like, these are the knockoff, you know, Pine Greens. I mean, it's not a bad colorway. I just, you know, I think that this model could have done better if you maybe just waited a little while before you started breaking out the Pine Green version. I mean, man, this is so crazy that they're doing this. Like, it's got the nubuck, the gray nubuck on the top. It's got the freaking leather on the toe box. Either way, this is going to be dropping spring 2025 for $150. Let me know, do you like this, or do you just think that, you know, Jordan Brand should have just never tried to create the same colorways as their other sneakers? Moving into some Travis Scott news, we've just got some official images of a brand new upcoming sneaker silhouette. We got the Sharkadon. This is the sail and white colorway. These official images means that this drop is happening very, very soon. This definitely shows the materials a lot better. You can see that it has some kind of suede around here. You can see the meshing or the plastic meshing that's over the strap. The one thing that's missing though to really make this a Travis Scott sneaker is the reverse swoosh. I know that some people are going to be a little bit annoyed at that. I don't know how I feel about it. I would have to try them on, see what they actually look like on foot, because it's definitely an interesting looking pair of shoes. I mean, the underneath almost look like cleats. There's so much going on. Like it's yeah, very, very close to being a cleat. Now, as far as the release date, we're not entirely sure at the moment, but since we have official images, I would imagine within the next couple weeks to probably a month. As soon as we get any updates, I'll let you know, but I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this pair of shoes down in the comment section? Do you think people are going to go crazy for it, or is it one of those Travis Scott sneakers that ends up going under retail in the future? We've got another brand new Travis Scott that's also going to be dropping very soon. This is the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack Bright Cactus. We've actually seen a bunch of different mock-ups of what this could look like, but the actual thing looks pretty damn different. So this is a pair that Travis Scott was wearing, which is what everybody thought that these were going to look like. However, the actual shoe is this one right over here. So it's basically just a black and sail pair of the Jumpman Jacks, but then you just have this Volt green canvas material on the center and the toe box. Honestly, it's not a bad colorway. I actually do kind of like the color pop on them. Now, as far as the release date on these, we actually have it. November the 13th, these things are going to drop. Let me know what you think of this colorway. Do you prefer the sails and the university reds? Another update from last week, we got some much better images of the Kobe 5 X-Rays that are going to be dropping this Halloween. This is all the looks you need. These things are looking very, very good. This is probably one of the best Kobe's, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, we spoke about this last week. Again, they're going to be dropping Halloween, so probably October 31st. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section, but let's keep it moving. Here's a story that you might find either sad or inevitable, Nike announced that they are retiring the Adapt app. So I don't know when Nike first introduced their self-lacing sneakers. Obviously it was with the Air Mag, so probably around 2010, but yeah, they dropped a bunch of other Air Mag inspired sneakers from that. So we had the Adapt BB, we had the Adapt Auto Max. A lot of them I thought were really cool, but what ended up happening to it was basically nobody bought that. And I guess it's just the disconnect between like it being a gimmick or it being something that's actually practical. And I think for the most part, you know, tying up your laces is not the biggest deal in the world. To be honest, a lot of sneaker brands and a lot of, you know, people are really creating shoes to go laceless. Like mules are at an all-time high in terms of popularity. We got Crocs booming as well. So self-lacing sneakers just makes them heavier. The fact that you have an app is also a little bit, you know, clunky and annoying to the experience of walking on your shoes. The fact you gotta charge them is annoying as well. And then of course the price tag, these things cost a lot of money. So Nike is discontinuing the Adapt app, so you can no longer use that if you have these shoes. You'll just have to use the buttons that these things come with, and then they're no longer gonna be making self-lacing sneakers. Sticking with Nike, we do have to talk about probably one of the biggest things in sneakers right now, and that is just Nike's insane position that they're in and the decisions they're making because of it. So last week we spoke about how Nike's stock price has plummeted and they seem to be absolutely panicking. So they've made a couple big changes already, starting with restocking and bringing every Grail back. So we got this post here just detailing some of the biggest ones that we're going to be getting next year, and some I think are this year, or maybe these are all 2025. We've got the white cement 4s that are coming back. We got the freaking undefeated Jordan 4s coming back. We got the Wu-Tang Dunks coming back. Black metallic 5s, Galaxy foam posits, bread ones. It is absolutely insane. Now the Wu-Tang Dunks are actually going to be returning this fall time, so fall 2024, which is very interesting. And I think it's going to be a proper restock. Like they made this collaboration post on Instagram where it just has, you know, Wu-Tang Clan and then Nike Sportswear with all of the bees around the shoe. So it looks like it's going to be just a one-to-one remake of this sneaker. Now again, this is one of those things where I don't know how this Wu-Tang Dunk restock is going to go, because I'm pretty sure Nike dropped a colorway that was literally exactly this, just without the Wu-Tang logo, and those things were like under retail and nobody cared about it. So I don't know, maybe the logo, it does have a lot of, you know, sway in 2024, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Either way, I'd love to know your opinion on this down in the comment section. Now of course they're also going to be bringing back the Off-White the 10 collaboration potentially. We got this story over here. We spoke about it last week, but this is kind of just a reminder. As early as 2025, Nike is going to be kind of reigniting this Off-White collaboration. At the moment, we don't know if they're going to bring back literal retros of the 10 collection, so these sneakers over here, or if they're going to be dropping just some of those other samples that we saw from this Off-White collaboration that never actually dropped. Think about like the Bread 4s or the Canary Yellow ones. So we're going to have to wait and see on that, but we've got two different years for a potential restock of these things. One is 2025 and then the next one is 2027 to be an actual, you know, 10-year anniversary. But like I said, Nike is panicking. They're trying to, you know, do everything they can to get that stock price back up, and that starts with bringing back some of the most hyped up sneakers of all time. But they're also reversing some of their more recent decisions that they made. So as you guys know, Nike decided to lean very heavily into DTC or direct to consumer selling. There was even a period where they were going to pull all of their sneakers from different retailers, stop selling, and try and just move everything through the Nike app and the Nike sneakers app. Well, they're doing a full 180 on this because we just got some breaking news that Nike is going to formally return to selling their sneakers and products on Amazon. Now, I understand the appeal of having, you know, Nike products on Amazon where you can get, you know, like insane shipping times, 1 to 2 days, and just the fact that like pretty much everybody uses Amazon, so the convenience is there. But what I'm struggling to kind of understand is like this post over here saying like resellers cooked. Like, I don't know how this is going to affect resellers. If you guys know anything about that, let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Nike's current situation. They are clearly panicking, and I think we're going to see some big movement within the brand over the next coming years. Right, we got a little bit of Yeezy news. So the first one is that Yeezys are now everywhere. So a lot of retailers are now getting stock of Yeezy products, so it's no longer just the Adidas Confirmed app. I'm over here on Snipes, and they've got a bunch of different Yeezys available. Now, Snipes does ship to, I think, worldwide worldwide, if I'm not mistaken, but they've got a bunch of the other, you know, this is an older colorway, but yeah, they've got a bunch of different options here. I have no idea why these MNVNs are $300. That's insane. They're literally 50% off on the Confirmed app right now. Retailers having Yeezys just means that now we're going to see a bunch of other retailers and probably better prices than this. I don't recommend picking up any of these. We also got an update on some of the Yeezy clothing if you wanted it. We've got a ton of really cheap Yeezy stuff available. So I'm on the website Los Angeles Archive. We spoke about this a while ago, and I did tell you guys that I would update you if I confirmed that it was legit, and I can confirm it is legit. I made an order and it was delivered to my house. Obviously, I'm not at my house right now, so I can't show you guys. I made a big order of a bunch of different stuff just to make sure that it was legit, and yeah, it is. And you've got a bunch of like the stuff that stays on the website, like the hoodies, the cargo and sweatpants, the t-shirts for $20, but they also do drops of different products like the Yeezy, Gap, and Balenciaga stuff. Here's a bunch of posts on Reddit of people getting, you know, the hoodies in. This is the Dove hoodie. They ordered that from LA Archive. People also got the 3/4 sleeve t-shirt. They've done the no seam t-shirt. They do these drops every so often. But final story for today. This one is so crazy, I had to mention it. So this is a post basically saying, we just found out how much Dior sells their bags for versus how much they pay to make them. So for this Dior bag right over here, they pay $57 to make it, to get it manufactured. However, they sell it to the public for $2,780. That's right. I don't even want to know the percentage of markup on that. I'm not even going to try and do the math, but it's ridiculous. It's actually pretty crazy because it goes deeper. This is all based on an article done by the Wall Street Journal. They actually looked at some documents from the Italian prosecutors. Luxury goods makers behind the iconic brands, including Dior and Armani, hired contractors that pay workers as little as $2 an hour to make handbags that they sell for thousands. I mean, this is something that, like, you know, you assume if you're paying thousands for something from one of these luxury brands, there's a reason why it costs that much. You know, the insane materials that they're using, they're definitely not paying people $2 an hour because, you know, that's why we're paying all this money for this insane product. But it just shows that you give a company an opportunity to do stuff like this and they're going to try and increase their margins as much as possible. They don't care how they're going to do it. Either way, it's crazy. I thought I had to include this in here, but yeah, it's not looking good for Armani or Dior or probably any of these luxury brands. But guys, we do this every single week, no matter what, no matter where I am in the world. I'm going to be bringing you Sneaky Sundays every Sunday. So subscribe to the channel so you can always stay in the loop, and if you want to check out another video, click that one right over there.